Welcome back to BLT. Today we're going to be ranking the St. Louis arcs. So yeah, this is going to just be this it's going to be the Springfield arc ranking video all over again. But unlike the Springfield arc series, we only got like 6 St. Louis arcs, and we got like 13 and a half Springfield arcs. So just like the Springfield arc ranking video, I'm going to be ranking um, I'm going to be ranking the St. Louis arcs from my least favorite to my favorite. So basically, worst to best. And I also want you all to vote which is the best and which is the worst St. Louis arc too, because I think that'll be cool. And it'll be nice. It'll be nice if Aiden can tell me what his favorite arc is. The last time I asked him what his favorite St. Louis arc was, he said it was when I went through St. Louis at night during the Florida arc. That's not St. Louis. I'm no wait no. I meant to say that's not a St. Louis arc. That's the Florida arc. All right, so starting off with my least favorite St. Louis arc, we got the St. Louis arc, Washington. Probably could have came up with a better name, but this is fine, I guess. So I'm not the biggest fan of this arc, to be honest. Like the first arc was it introduced like the St. Louis area. Second arc was just a sequel to that. Third arc was an expansion. This here is just a repeat of all three of those arcs. So yeah, the only new thing that's brung into the St. Louis Washington arc is the fact that we went to Washington, Missouri, which is nearby St. Louis, before we went home. So yeah, that was pretty nice. I'm pretty sure this was originally just supposed to be a Washington arc, but my parents wanted to go to St. Louis too. So we combined both trips into one. That's why I remember. So we got the St. Louis arc, Washington. So yeah, it takes place in St. Louis for the first half, and then the second half takes place in Washington. Kinda second half, just the beginning of the second half. So this arc the title's a little misleading because really like there's only like 3.5 or 4 videos of 3.5 maybe of there's barely any videos that take place in Washington. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a little disappointing. I probably should have made. Oh wait, no, I remember that Washington was a very tower dry area. Um, the only towers I could really see with a beacon or really find down there with a beacon was actually outside of Washington. I at least found a water tower, a spear water tower, and that's really it, I guess. So yeah, I don't really like how it just kind of repeats. I don't like how it repeats the first 3 arcs and all that stuff, and I don't really like how it's kind of misleading too. Like we didn't. I barely made any videos in Washington, and I really wasn't able to. There's really not much there to video. Record. I don't want to sound like an old person. So yeah, um, the St. Louis Arc Washington is at number 6. Coming in at number 5, we got the St. Louis Arc, the second half. Of course, the My Movie logo is it's in this picture. Why? And why did I not get a full shot of the tower in the background? Like, the tower you're able to see in the background is the main tower of this arc, and there's literally only just a little piece of it in this little title card. So this arc here, it's still special even if it's just low on the list. The reason why is because the the first St. Louis arc was an instant hit. Really, it was just a big smash. Like, I really want to go back, and originally I was supposed to film the tower you're able to see behind the words in the original first St. Louis arc, but that really didn't happen because I kind of screwed up on some things on Google Map direction. So yeah, at the time it was a mistake, but nowadays I see that as like a happy accident because if it wasn't for that, the second St. Louis arc wouldn't really have been way hyped up. Um, the St. Louis arc, the second half was basically picking up on where we left off. Like we got unfinished business with the tower that I was supposed to film but never did because of some direction mistakes and stuff. We literally went the opposite direction of where the tower is. There's also a gray tower down there with a modern 300 millimeter that for some reason I didn't film. Probably because I was in disbelief that I was leading my parents the wrong way. I don't know, but I should have filmed it. I regret. So um, this kind of ties into the ending of. I mean, it does tie into the ending of the Florida arc because literally when we were going home, like when we were close to somewhere close to Nashville, like driving through, I guess. My mom asked me and my sister if we wanted to stop by at St. Louis, and I said, yeah, that's fine. And in my mind, I was just like, well, time to incorporate that into the finale of the Florida arc. And then my parents started talking about me wanting to film that one tower, aka the one you're able to see on the screen right now. And they're just like, yeah, what about we just go down there, get the tower crap done with? Because, like Landon said he wanted to film that for quite a while, so yeah, let's take him down there too. I was just like, whoa, that's reserved for the second St. Louis arc. So I had to make a tough choice. I had to abruptly end the Florida arc. Originally, the Florida arc was supposed to end in St. James, but that didn't happen. So yeah, it ended in St. Louis, and that's where the second St. Louis arc happened. Yeah, literally, it was just moment of peace, and then you just hit the brakes, and you just make a big stop, or just a big turnaround. Maybe I don't know how to describe this, but yeah, it was something like that. This takes place in St. Louis, obviously. Um, Yeah, I don't know why I'm even saying that right now. It was just a concept for me because the fourth St. Louis arc kind of took place in two places. All right, so yeah, we got that out of the way. So it was a little abrupt. Like I would much rather have the second St. Louis arc happen like a few days after the ending of the Florida arc. Kind of give it that build up, the climax, and then just ending like the first arc. But no, we literally the arc literally starts off in St. Louis, unlike the other four, I mean five arcs. So that's what makes this arc a little unique, but it doesn't make it the best. It's not bad, but it's not the best either. I was literally just scrambling to just make a lot of tower videos out of this arc because I didn't think I was going to get much videos out of this arc, so I feared this arc was only going to be very small arc. Like this was supposed to be the successor of the original first St. Louis arc, and we made it to like 20 something videos, so that's fine by me. That's fine with me. But still, but it was the first time I ever got to film or really it is the first time technically, though I did film it another time from a distance. But this was the first time I filmed the tower that you're able to see on the screen right now at a close up, not at a distance though. Has FTB FTB 205s with FH 307s. Why is that so hard to say? And an FH 324. And I'm pretty sure in an old picture it looks like that it used to have an FH 306 on top. So this used to be the wielder of an FH 306. I have to find that picture again. So all in all, it's a decent arc. It's better than the Washington St. Louis arc. I just really just said that out of order. My big LT, you getting stupider and stupider every video. Shut up, Intercept. Coming in at number 4, we kind of got a debatable arc because well, at least debatable to me. Like I consider this to be I consider it to be a St. Louis arc, but in my mind somewhere I keep on thinking, wow, this is not a St. Louis arc. It's not a true St. Louis arc. It shouldn't count as one. It shouldn't be one of the main 6, but I consider it to be one of the main 6. And this might be debatable to y'all too because this here is the only St. Louis arc that doesn't go by the St. Louis arc. We got the Fenton Arc. Now you can see why it's a little debatable because it's the Fenton Arc, and it's also a St. Louis arc. It's half a St. Louis arc, kinda, because it does take place in St. Louis. I mean, like in the St. Louis area. So yeah, and we've seen towers in St. Louis. So I count this as a St. Louis arc, half of one at least. Yeah, I know it's debatable, but yeah, I consider this to be a St. Louis arc, even if it's the Fenton arc. So this was the third St. Louis. I mean, this is the third St. Louis arc. So this came like a few months after the first and second St. Louis arc. Like the first and second St. Louis arc took place at the beginning of March and the end of March. This one was like the end of June or beginning of June. Yeah, it was the beginning of June. So yeah, this was like a great little return to the series for a while, because the series wasn't really touched on for like I'm going to count my head rough. 2 months. So this here's it's a very memorable arc. I like it a lot. It does have like it has a plot twist to it too. Literally, there's a very tall red and white TV tower with high intensity strobes there. At the time, I thought it was that. Like, well, when I first seen it, I thought it had incandescence because I didn't see it flashing. Well, I didn't see any daylight on the tower until I went to Lowe's and I seen it from a distance again, and I seen it. It was flashing, and like most of the arc, or at least most of the middle of the arc, where it actually takes place in Fenton. Um, I thought it was just a separate tower, well, a new TV tower that I never knew existed. Until, like, I kind of started to think that this tower might just be the Fox TV tower duel. So yeah, eventually Aiden eventually, proved that it was just those two towers, but at the view I was at, it looked like they were just one tower. So yeah, that was a little plot twist. That tower didn't exist. It was just two other towers. But at least we at least got a new TV tower, or I think it's a new TV tower. It was another red and white TV tower with incandescence, or 300 millimeters. Sorry, boys. So um, moment of silence, like moment of silence for my speech. Fuck off, speech. This arc was, I'm pretty sure it might have been the last arc, maybe, before I had to go to driver's ed for like the entirety of June. You know, it might be, I don't know, or it might be I bet the ninth Springfield arc was actually the last arc before, actually, no, I'm pretty sure that took place when I was in summer school. So yeah, I'm guessing this here's the last before that. This is why I call it the calm before the storm. So yeah, the Fenton arc is a very good arc, very memorable and stuff like that, but it's not as good as the others above this. Number 3, the most recent St. Louis arc. The St. Louis arc. The Golden Six. I could have come up with a better name with this arc too. That's probably a theme we'll be seeing for quite some time, at least one last time. The St. Louis arc Golden Six is it's a great return to the series after it was just kind of left dormant since November 2021. So yeah, it was dormant for like I'll have to count again, 3 months. 3 months of being dormant, maybe four. I don't know. This either took place at the very end of March or the very beginning of April, because for some reason our summer break ended at the first 3 days of April, which that's not really very common for our spring breaks, at least to my memory. Not a common occurrence. That's what I was supposed to say. I know I sound stupid. So this isn't just the great return of the St. Louis arc after like 3 or 4 months, but it was the debut of the the St. Louis Longlines Tower, and it's also a concrete Longlines Tower too. Dad, yes, this is a tower. So yeah, I was very hyped to film this. Like after the making of the fifth St. Louis arc, I was just like, I should probably film that tower. So I said that the next time I go down there, I would film it, and yep, I did. I wanted to. I My plan was to park somewhere and just film it. Though there's a little change of plans with our little trip to St. Louis. Some family came by and we all went to the city museum in downtown St. Louis. So that was like a little sneak peek at the downtown St. Louis arc, I guess. And they don't. I'm pretty sure they didn't know how to get to St. Louis from their house or just go home from St. Louis. So yeah, our job was to guide them there, and this tower was going to get in our way. My dad said that he didn't want to pull over anywhere to let me film it. He's just said he told me to just film it out the car. But that's not what I had in mind. That would have been improper for such a cool tower. The cool towers get personal videos outside the car. This was also the first time I got to film the Amarin UE Tower. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. That's I said this quite a few times already, but that's one of the only towers in Missouri to have an FH06. Right now, we only got two that have been confirmed to have the FH06. One of them I've never seen before. It's somewhere in Joplin. The other one we're just talking about now. I bet the other one in Joplin has an LED now. Hopefully not, because hopefully I get to film. But I'm going to try to talk my parents into taking me to that area where a tower is, so I can film it. If we ever go back to Joplin, which I hope we do, having a Joplin arc would be nice, because Joplin. I went to Joplin during the Texas arc, but that's a part of the Texas arc. So yeah, all those little things do make this arc very good. Here's another big highlight of this arc. We finally got our first look at the I mean, like, well, not our first looks, but I finally got to film the downtown towers and skyscrapers again. The last time I got to do that was in the spring, the Florida arc. I had the urge to say Springfield. So yeah, that's a big moment in the St. Louis arc series. I lost. That's kind of just a little sneak peek at the one of the biggest St. Louis arcs that has yet to come, the downtown St. Louis arc. Yeah, man. So yeah, this arc was pretty good, but the other two arcs are more nostalgic and more packed with other cool things. So yeah, number two, the St. Louis arc, and not just any St. Louis arc, the original St. Louis arc, the very first St. Louis arc. the one that started it all. I remember when this was revealed. I remember when my parents told me we were going to St. Louis. I was just like, oh, finally, yes, I can finally make a St. Louis arc. And this also takes place a few days before the massive Florida arc, which kind of closes a chapter in the Big LT. So yeah, that's another thing that makes this arc special. But the reason why this here is very high up, this high up on the list, is because mostly nostalgia, but other things here and there too. There's a lot of things that I got to film. This was the debut of all the towers you would see in a normal St. Louis arc, along with some other St. Louis towers that probably didn't appear again, possibly. So yeah, I also went to a mall. There was some secrets in the mall that uncovered and got to film, and right moments here and there. I stepped outside. Was supposed to just film a small beaconless sky tower, but I was surprised to see that I was able to see the Fox TV towers. That's not really anything special by today's standards because they appear in every single St. Louis arc today. But this was the first St. Louis arc, so it was special since I only got like one video of them before that. So yeah, pretty cool. There's also some randomness, like I made a video of one of those blow up screaming chickens, along with lights at that same store with the chicken. And for some reason, I just decided to I decided to film a Dick's store, Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't get the wrong idea. It was just cool at the moment, but nowadays it's kind of like a filler video because nobody that subscribed to me really cares about that stuff anyway. So if I ever make a video of a store itself or something like that, just know that that's just a filler video. And then just the pure setup for the second St. Louis arc, that was like big. That's something else that made this arc very memorable because, like I said earlier, I was supposed to film that red and white FM tower with the high intensity strobes and all that crap. But I wasn't able to because of I kind of took my parents in the wrong direction. So yeah, thanks to that set up the next St. Louis arc, the sequel. So that makes this arc very memorable too, because this arc, it was kind of like a two-parter, kinda. But the second St. Louis arc is it's a sequel and a part two at the same time. Which part twos are not sequels since they're like just a part two of something else. But that's just how it is. I also like how the mall I was in at the time, there's like pictures of a lot of the skyscrapers along with the arch itself. Those are all things I would film in the future. So I like how those were in the mall to just show the future of the St. Louis arc series. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Even if I made a very horrible foreshadowing video of the arch, which if you watch that video at your own risk, that's not foreshadowing. You don't just come up to a thing that you're going to film in the future, like a picture of something you're going to film in the future, and say that that's foreshadowing. That's not foreshadowing. This trip was very good. Oh my god, I gotta go to bed. Gotta go to bed. Gotta go to bed. It's 9:40. I thought our bedtime was at 10. Come on, we don't have finals yet. Alright, so we gotta wrap this up. So yeah, this here was one of those days I really want to relive. That's how good this arc was. But it's not my favorite. My favorite, number one, the St. Louis arc. St. Louis and beyond. I could have come up with a better name, really. I really could have come up with a better name than this. Something that complements the number 5. Since this year's the 5th St. Louis arc. So, this here, let me just say, this here is the best St. Louis arc. because it takes place at day and night. I got to film some towers in St. Louis at night for the first time, at least half of them. I went to I went to a park and filmed other towers. Found out a little bit of a tragedy too, and other things like, yeah. When I went on this trip, and I am obviously planning on making an arc out of it. I didn't really think it was going to be anything. It was just going to be a repeat and stuff of the other four arcs, you know. But to my surprise, it actually became a thing of its own. Like it, we really dug into the St. Louis area with this arc. Like I said, we went over to a park that was close to downtown St. Louis. Got to film two new towers that I never filmed before, and other things here and there that were new to the St. Louis arc series. And then we got the nice return of that red and white FM tower with that the high intensity strobes and red strobes and FH320. You know, I didn't think I would ever film that tower on night mode in that arc, in this arc, but wow, I actually did. We went to a cookie shop, and we went to this cookie shop, and I was hoping to film a Hobart mixer there, but they buy their cookie dough. Yeah, that's just too. So yeah, but at least it bought us some time for the sun to set. I mean, it bought me some time for the sun to set so I can film towers at night and all that stuff. Um, so I got to film that one tower, the FM tower, at night, and I also got to see its malfunction, if you want to call it that, firsthand. Its red strobes, aka FH307s, were completely not working. The markers were not working. Literally, the only beacon that would actually work on night mode was its FH324. I thought it was pretty cool how that happened, but still, I was really hoping to film it in its complete night mode. It's weird how its complete day mode works, but its complete night mode doesn't. Literally, like all three sets of sets of its strobes work on day mode, but only one strobe works on night mode. How sad! And I also got to just film a nice video of the St. Louis TV tower trio. You know, the ones that are all red and white and all have 300 millimeters. Yeah, and one of them had separate controllers. I think two of them did. So I thought that was pretty cool. And other things here and there. So yeah, this here is was and it's still a special St. Louis arc. Um, so yeah, it's another time. It's another thing, another day that I want to relive. Why is that so hard to say? Why do I have to be autistic? When you blame your speech impediment problems on autism, my I speak faster than what I can. So this has to be the best St. Louis arc ever. Takes place at day and night and all that other stuff. This here's a 5 out of 5 arc. All right, so that's all. See y'all later. Gotta wrap this up because I gotta go to bed. Yeah. F school. Huh. So yeah. See y'all later. Bye.